today. From FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see the Washington Commanders taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 20 carries, 109 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 58 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So down inside the 5-yard line, I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Hall, the quick slant caught. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Gibson is in. Touchdown, Washington. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Hall throwing on first down. He completes this to Walker. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Hall. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Off play action. Hall. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. These two teams all tied after one. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. Hall. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line. Off play action. Hall on the move to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Washington's offense ready to go again. There's Antonio Gibson. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. The 40. 20. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 77 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Point after here coming up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Washington offense back out there. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. That one complete out to Dotson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Scott to return it. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back to throw again. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. Out left to Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, up and good. And the lead is now 2. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. They go play action here on first down. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Off the play fake. Hall rolling to his left. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll get things started in the NFC North. Minnesota on the road traveling to Lambeau. And it's the Packers who are out in front in the second quarter. The Packers still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head down to the Big Easy. Check on the Saints at home at the Superdome. And at the half, they are down to the visiting New York Giants. Kadarius Toney, a touchdown catch in that first half. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. And they trail in that one to the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Steps away. He finds his man complete. That's Holloway. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Looking to throw. Hall. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket. And when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just rely on your fastball and throw it as hard as you can all the time. But in this situation, he understood and threw it in a spot where only his receiver was going to get it and no one else. That was pretty.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. First chance for the Commanders' offense now as they head out for their opening series in the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Back to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. He'll drop to throw. Left side, it's Dorsett. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Hall from the gun on third down. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. He'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Hall. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Now the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Able to connect with Dotson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll try the left side with Gibson down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play that time on the catch and run, and it'll move the chains. Back to throw now on 1st down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Back to throw here. Buying time. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. To throw it is Hall. Off play action. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Now here's Michael Dixon standing right on his own 5-yard line. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack. Touchdown, Washington! Austin Hooper, 55 yards. And the Commanders have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
A field goal will do it for them. They got the onside kick that they needed here. We'll see if they can do the rest.
Some teams are just not comfortable waiting to see what happens. Some teams like to force the action. That's exactly what we saw with this onside kick.
And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Clock running as Washington will try and hurry up. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And they'll remain down by 2. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Out to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Holloway. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Now it looks like he'll throw here on the move to his left. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have, because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now Washington down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. The 20. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a 2-point conversion to tie it.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. Complete at the 1. And he is not going to reach the goal line. They were forced to go for it down 2, but the defense rises to the occasion, and they hold on to their lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. Rolling to his left. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
That's what we are.
They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Seahawks, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Washington, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.